So today I'm going to be talking to you about my trip. I shouldn't be laughing about this because on my trip it wasn't funny. So a couple weeks ago, I took a trip with my family to Wisconsin Dells. Um, and on this trip, it was only for, 3 days. It was a super short trip. And on this trip, we we had fun, but we didn't expect to um, come across everything that we did. When we saw that there was going to be storms and stuff while we were there, we didn't see that there was going to be any type of tornado warnings and things like that. Like, we saw rain, but we didn't actually see anything else in the forecast. Well, the first day that we got there, it was super sunny, really nice outside, really hot. Mom was like, let's go to the pool, like the outdoor pool, because they have outdoor swimming pools and things like that. So she's like, let's do the outdoor stuff today. Tomorrow, since it's going to be raining, we'll do all the indoor stuff. But today's going to be a nice day. Let's do all the outdoor stuff. So we did all the outdoor stuff. Later that night, we're in the rooms and we're watching TV, and obviously, like, we have all the TVs, like, at full blast, and, whatever, we're on vacation. We don't care. Well, so I start hearing, like this really, like, this siren, and I'm like, is that a siren? What is that? And so I'm telling my mom, like, Mom, lower the volume. Like, is that a siren going on? What? No, it can't be a siren. So she lowers the volume, and sure enough, there's sirens outside. Now, I'm from Chicago, so we hear the sirens, but that's just them testing it. Nothing ever happens in Chicago. We don't get tornadoes in Chicago. The only time we actually hear them is when they're testing them to make sure that they work, but we never actually have to use them. So Mom's like, do we have to worry? Like, we probably don't have to worry. It's not a big deal. It's fine. So she continues, like, doing her work, and I'm like, I think that's serious. Like, we're in Wisconsin Dells, and I was like, I don't know if, like, sirens are a thing. Like, do we worry? And so I'm sitting there, and I go and I open, like, the sliding door, and it's not raining, but the sirens are just going, and there's lightning, and there's thunder, but it's not raining. And so my sister's friend calls, and he's like, we have to leave our room. And Mom's like, stop playing. Stop playing, you're lying. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. He's like, no, seriously. She's like, Augie, stop playing. Like, it's not funny. You're joking. He's like, no. The people at the front desk said we have to leave our rooms. So my mom's like, Sierra, call the front desk and ask if we have to leave our rooms. I was like, I'm not doing it. No. And Mom's like, call the front desk. We call the front desk. Like, we were just about to call you. You have to evacuate your rooms and get down to the lower levels. There's a tornado in the area. What? So now I'm panicking. Mom's like, we're from Chicago. I mean, how bad can it be? And I'm like, exactly. We're from Chicago. The most we do is our little stuff in school where we go to the hallway and we, duck our head and it's, okay, it's done. But we never actually get tornadoes in Chicago, so we don't have to worry about that stuff. I was like, but they said that they spotted a tornado in our area, so we have to be worried. So Mom's like, maybe we'll just pass. We'll just stay in our room. It's not a big deal. And I'm like, Mom, so now I'm panicking because I'm like, there's a tornado. There's a tornado outside. There's a tornado outside. So mom decides that she wants to go out to our balcony and start going on Facebook Live. I'm like, get out of the rooms! And I'm yelling and I'm freaking out because now they're like seriously like, you have to get out of the rooms and go down to the basement or the first floor. Those are our safest spots to be. We're on the 4th floor. So now I'm grabbing my stuff, I'm grabbing my phone, I'm grabbing everything. Why I'm grabbing everything, I don't know. But I'm grabbing everything and I'm like running down the stairs. I was like, I am not doing this. I'm not. So I'm running down the stairs. This next like footage you're gonna see is what's going on as we're sitting in the hallways. Mind you, like, this was the last weekend before like people are going back to school, so, and this is also at like 11 o'clock. It was like 11:30-ish at night. And we're just sitting in a hallway waiting for the tornado to pass. So I'm gonna play that for you guys. Yo, if I die, I love y'all. For real, for real.
Tell my mother I love her. Cease.
Dude, like, I'm being dead ass. Tornado warnings are out here.
I'm gonna FaceTime my mom. Yo, Mom. What? The tornado sirens just went off. I swear to God. It was so creepy. Because we got a tornado warning because it was like raining really bad right now. Look.
This is no joke. They want us to evacuate to the basement. Literally, all the rooms have cleared. Dude. What the hell was that? Go, 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 go. Go, go, I don't know. You gotta take the stairs. Take the stairs. Take the stairs. Okay. What was that? Okay. Alright. Augie, come on. Down the stairs we go.
It's right here.
The juice. Hold on, let me see if I can get the
Tornado warning got extended to 12:30 now. So we're all just waiting.
I better be getting reimbursed. I better be getting reimbursed.
So we were just informed that there is in fact a tornado in the area. I guess people are getting restless and are wanting to go back to their rooms, but the employees here are advising for us to stay where we are. Not really sure happy about this, but yeah, a little scared that there is a tornado outside and we're in here, but for the time being we are safe and I will keep you guys updated. It's all clear, y'all.
We're gonna leave.
Back to our rooms.
Let's go back to the
Back to the rooms. So we ended up getting cleared back to our rooms. It was close to about 2 o'clock in the morning when they finally said, okay, you guys can go back to your rooms. Everything's safe. The coast is clear. Have a good rest of your night. The next morning, when I'm on vacation, I like to sleep. And I also like to go to bed late. So I ended up not waking up until I'm not gonna lie. Like 1:30 in the afternoon. But I also didn't go to bed until late, so I have an excuse. And I decided to make breakfast, if you want to call it that. And I was like, okay, I'm going to pack up my stuff. I'm going to take the shuttle to the water park where my family's at. And I'm going to go and have, fun rest of the day, because that's like kind of like our last day before we have to go home tomorrow. Well, yeah, tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but you know what I mean. So I'm waiting for the shuttle. I'm sitting down and it starts to get all cloudy. Then it starts to rain. And then it starts to rain sideways. And I'm like, what is going on? So I run inside. I'm standing at the doors. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to stand right here. And I'm going to wait for the shuttle. And then I'm just going to run out to the shuttle and get on the shuttle. And then I'm waiting. And I'm standing by the doors. And the doors blow open. And I was like, okay, I'm going to step back. And I'm going to wait in the lobby. And so I'm waiting in the lobby. And then now the sirens are going off again. I was like, not again. And they're like, everyone needs to go to the basement. There's been a tornado spotted. I was like, are you kidding? I was like, so not once while I'm on vacation, but twice when I'm on vacation, there's a tornado. Again. So I have footage of them, of me in the basement. But in the area that they put us in, there's glass windows everywhere. So I'm going to play that for you. And I'm also going to show you how packed it was the second day. Because now it's daytime. It's in the afternoon. Everybody's up. And everybody's wanting to go to the water park. And people are getting checked in. And now it's even more packed than before. And people are getting very angry and very impatient. And there's conferences going on. So it's a little bit more... People are getting a little bit more restless the second time around. I'm going to play that for you. Here we go again. This is not good at all. Why did I pick the room with all the windows when there's a tornado warnings going off? Here we go. So that was really crazy. After about an hour or so, they finally told us that it was okay and it was clear and we could go back to whatever it was that we were doing. In the middle of all of that, I'm calling my mom because my mom was at the water park. And in the one water park that she was in what they call the water dome. Their roofing is all glass. So I'm calling her and I'm like, Mom, the tornado sirens are going off. They had us go into the basement. We're all covered. Have they evacuated you guys yet? She's like, no, we're still in the pool. I'm like, what do you mean you're still in the pool? I was like, you need to evacuate. I was like, if they're not telling you to evacuate, I'm telling you to evacuate. Because that's not funny. I was like, they're saying that there's a tornado in the area again. And she's like, well, they haven't told us anything. And I'm like, the tornado sirens are going off. She's like, I hear them. I'm like, oh my God. So now I'm panicking because my mom hasn't been evacuated from the pool area that is completely full of glass. And so I waited and I heard on the radios that they were evacuating all of the water parks. And I'm like, okay, thank God. So I called her again, and I was like, are they evacuating? She's like, yes, they're evacuating us, but they don't know where to put us because where the water park areas are, they're all surrounded by glass. There's no basement area or anything like that. So she's like, they're trying to figure out where they're going to put us to kind of keep us safe. And I'm like, oh my God. So now I'm freaking out. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, we've never been in this type of situation. And then, so finally, when we're able to be, like, released from the hallways and everything, I jump on the first shuttle, and now I'm, like, waiting to finally get to, like, the rest of my family, because I'm by myself, so I'm separated, and I'm scared, but, like, the tornado's gone. People get on the bus, and they're like, we saw it touch down, it was in the parking lot. I'm like, what? So, like, to think, and, like, people, like, I don't think would exaggerate to that extent that it was literally 100 feet from where I was. They're like, it was literally right in the parking lot. Like, we saw it, and that's why, like, the staff was panicking as much as they were. So I was like, to think that it was literally right outside the doors from the hotel that I was in, I don't know. I have no idea, like, how that could even happen. Like, obviously, like, nature and everything, but for it to have touched down in the parking lot, like, directly across from where I was, it's, like, mind-blowing. So they're, like, telling us, like, what they saw, and they're in the shuttle, and I'm, like, sitting there, and I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god, it was literally so close to me, and I had no idea. So I finally get, like, back with my family and everything, and I'm telling them, they're like, it wasn't that close. It wasn't that close. And then, like, more people were talking about it, and more people were talking about it, and more people were talking about it, and I'm like, it really was that close. Like, could you imagine, like, you're on vacation, and you're, you know, thinking that it's just gonna be storming, and it's gonna be raining, and it's whatever, but then things go south, and you never know, like, what could happen. Luckily, like, we were okay, and the rest of the day wasn't bad. Like, it was just raining, and it was storming, but it wasn't anything terrible. That was the only two like, times we had to really take cover because they were actually spotted. But, like, to think that we actually had to go through that was, like, terrifying for me, because I've never experienced anything like that. And I know not everyone's experienced stuff like that, but normally, like, people do experience stuff like that. Like, people that live in Wisconsin, people that live in areas that don't have, you know, really tall buildings and skyscrapers, like, they experience that all the time. And me, I've never experienced it, and then to be in that one area for only 3 days and just panic. So it was just, like, it was the craziest experience, and I don't think I'll ever forget that, and I'll always appreciate, like, coming to my senses, and, you know, being grateful for everything that, you know, I have in life. And, like, thank God nothing happened to me, but I was so terrified in that moment that anything could have happened. And now I don't take things for granted as much as I did, because, like, you never know, like, at any moment, like, things can just go south. Like, we were having fun, and then, like, a few hours later, like, there was a tornado. And then I woke up, and everything was fine. It was sunny, and it was great. And then it started raining, and then there was a tornado in the parking lot. And I was by myself. Like, I wasn't even with my family. I was by myself, and I was freaking out. I was like, I don't even know anybody that's around me. And, like, what if something does happen to me? Like, no one knows anything. So I just, like, it was, like, the craziest experience. But it's like, you can't blame anybody because it's just nature. But that's my tornado terror. I hope you guys enjoyed this storytelling. I'll definitely be sharing more with you guys. Definitely like and comment below and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. I'll definitely do more of these, and of course I'm going to be posting more. It's been really crazy these past couple weeks, but yeah, keep in touch, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye! You're human after all.